Hello and welcome to the Lafayette Stribling Life on the Full Court virtual event. I'm Rob J, and I'm so happy to be joined by Tougaloo President Dr. Carmen J. Walters. How you doing?
Hello, Rob. How are you?
Well, I really appreciate you letting me be a part of this big event.
Well, it's an exciting time for us, and we couldn't think of anyone else that we'd want to be with us to celebrate this.
Oh, did y'all hear that? How about that? Well, we are conducting this show at the Benny G. Thompson Academic and Civil Rights Research Center here on the beautiful campus of Tougaloo College. This is a big fundraising event. It is also an event to honor legendary Coach Lafayette Stribling. And Dr. Walters, what does this event mean to you to honor Coach Stribling in this way?
So this is a historic event. With Coach Stribling having such a storied history, 55 years of excellence at several institutions right here in Mississippi, we couldn't think of a better way to raise money for our athletics department by also honoring him and his legacy.
And later in this show, we're going to hear from some of his former players, like Marcus Mann, hear from some of his coaches, like Coach Harvey Wardell, also Tougaloo's coach Keith Barnes. So this is a great event for Coach Stribling. And I think when you talk about Coach Stribling and his legacy, Tougaloo is this fundraiser will also put his name on the basketball court, possibly.
Yes, that's right. That's so exciting. We got the idea from the coach who actually hired him here, Coach Coleman, with putting his name on the floor would be a great honor. And so we are so excited to be able to do that and to make sure that his family knows that his legacy will be at Tougaloo going forward.
Yes, ma'am. And he came to Tougaloo in 2005 as a head men's basketball coach. And the thing that stood out to me with Coach Strib is that he took 7 players. He used only 7 players and won the conference tournament, went to the NAIA tournament.
Yes.
I don't think nobody's ever done that. And I asked him, I said, Coach, how did you do that with 7 players? He said, you don't need but 5.
It sounds like him. And, but I think, his legacy speaks to the tenacity of being able to push forward, knowing you only have 7 players. You don't have a bench. So what are you going to do? You're going to put this motivational image in front of these students to say, this is something you can accomplish. You can do it together as a team. And so he transformed those 7 into a real team for that year. It was fabulous.
Yes, ma'am. And when you talk about Tougaloo College and the athletic program, a lot of people don't know about Tougaloo's athletic program, but just talk a little bit about Tougaloo's mission and its vision.
Well, Tougaloo has always had athletics. I think we've done a great job having all of these different sports on campus. So we not only have men's basketball, we have women's basketball, we have tennis, we have golf, we have volleyball. For our ladies, we have baseball, and they have all excelled. And that's what's so exceptional about Tougaloo. They've not only excelled on the field and on the courts, but they're scholars. To be admitted into Tougaloo, you have to have a certain GPA. To maintain your scholarships, you have to have a certain GPA, and they are doing that. And so when we think about Coach Stribling coaching for 55 years, and most of those years he has been at universities, affecting the lives of young people and making sure they understood how athletics goes hand in hand with scholarship. And so you have to be able to do well in both, excel in both areas.
Yes, ma'am. And you mentioned this fundraiser. It also it's going to provide scholarship for students as well?
Absolutely. We're making sure that as students understand the need for the dollars to fill the gaps that they have here at Tougaloo, the dollars that our alums are going to give and our donors and our friends in the community, they are going to go to a great cause to help these students finish what they started here at Tougaloo.
Yes, ma'am. And with the with the fundraising and with the scholarships that you're trying to get, having a program like this, having an event like this is very vital to help these programs along.
Absolutely. We were going to do a roast to honor him. Due to COVID-19, we decided to pivot on the model and to do it virtually. And we've been online all day. Really highlighting the highlights of our programs and our athletic teams. And then this big event tonight it's just fantastic. It's
Yes,
a
ma'am.
way to honor him and invite the entire community in.
Yes, ma'am. Well, you mentioned COVID-19, and of course, it has played havoc with 2020. Now, you being your first year here at Tougaloo, it hasn't been that easy.
It's been
It's
really
been kinda rough.
challenging.
Yes, ma'am.
It absolutely has been challenging. But you know, in the fall, I lost my husband, and then in the spring, we had COVID-19. So it's made it a very cold and chilly time for us. But Tougaloo, for me, has been a very warm blanket. And so the students, the faculty, the staff, administration, the board, they have just rallied around the vision of Tougaloo and have made sure that Tougaloo keeps on moving forward. We have not missed a beat. And so that's been awesome. We've been able to continue our legacy of educating our students, and we're very proud of that.
Yes, ma'am. And one thing you left out now, you are still coming back from an Achilles injury.
Yes, I
You
had an
okay?
Achilles surgery. I am great. I'm fine. I'm walking the track here at Tougaloo and just being engaged and maintaining the excellence that we have here at Tougaloo.
In this event, we will hear from some of Coach Stribling's players. He has coached some incredible players. Like I said, Marcus Mann, who went on to play in the NBA. His assistant coach is Harvey Wardell, who was with him every step of the way. And Coach Strib, like I said, when he got here at Tougaloo, he won over 100 games here at Tougaloo, so he is amazing, and you couldn't have picked a better person to honor in this
And
way.
when you go into the gymnasium, you're going to see all those banners, you know, honoring him. And I think also noting that in one game, he was able to come very close to beating Duke University.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm talking, that is a very high level. And for students here in Mississippi in these small colleges playing against such a large college and to come that close to winning. So he has a spirit of winning, and I think that's what we're honoring today. We have a lot of students who have struggled, come from backgrounds that were not as stellar, but they're winners.
Yes, ma'am.
And that is an exact replica of his life, being a winner.
Yes, ma'am. And he started being a baseball coach. So he is he's a winner wherever he has gone. So we want you to donate and help out in this fundraiser. You can text Stribling to 41444 to give to this very worthy cause. You can also go online to tougaloo.edu to give as well.
And you know, as we always say, the funds that you're going to give are going to support students who are in need of those funds. And I tell those students, once they arrive here, the road from Tougaloo can take you anywhere you want to go.
Yes, ma'am. All right. Is there anything else you'd like to add? We have a great show and a great event.
We're looking forward to the rest of the evening.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for having me here.
Thank
I really
you.
appreciate that.
With this scholarship, it helps me not only continue paying for school, but it helps me be better in school. I don't have as much to stress about. I don't go to sleep thinking, well, how am I going to pay for books? How am I going to pay for tuition?
Tougaloo gave me another chance to continue my education. This scholarship really improved my life.
I would say thank you for allowing me the opportunity to advance my education.
Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for supporting students like me.
Thank you for my Tougaloo education.
I'm Bill Blackwell, the Executive Director of the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame, and we're very proud that Lafayette Stribling is one of the 322 athletes and coaches that we have selected to join the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. Open every Monday through Saturday from 10 a.m. in the morning until 4 p.m. in the afternoon. We appreciate having the ability to tell the story of so many great athletes, and I think a lot of people are amazed at some of the athletes that have been born and bred in the state of Mississippi. When I took over as Executive Director of the Hall of Fame in 2015, I was surprised that Coach Stribling wasn't already a member. A couple of years ago, we finally got him elected. And as everybody knows, he loves to dress. Of course, we were all anxious to see what he would wear to the induction. And of course, Coach came in and he didn't disappoint anybody. He had on this gorgeous outfit and the bow tie, and I mean, he was dressed to the T's. And his shoes, of course, matched the outfit, but they had glitter and sequins all over the shoes. So when we were getting up doing the introductions of the members that were going to be inducted that night, I told Coach Stribling to be very careful and not to click his heels because I didn't want him to end up in Kansas. It looked like something that Dorothy from Oz might have had on.
Welcome back. Coach Lafayette Stribling has had an amazing career in coaching in both baseball and basketball, but he made a name for himself in basketball. Right now, I want you to take a look at this premiere of Coach Lafayette Stribling's Life on the Full Court documentary.
Well, my earliest memory of basketball was in high school. We'd be out there on the outside, peeping through the crack, looking at them practice. But my coach wouldn't let us in. And after a while, one boy, he said, "It's two little old boys out there on the outside. They're calling them in." Man, when he said, "Hey, y'all, I done jumped that fence." I jumped that fence and was out there with them. I was 14 years old. I started ever since. I was just a good kid that's coming along, wanting the opportunity. See, a lot of kids today have opportunities, but they don't utilize them. There's no excuse for being successful. If you want it, you can get it.
Lafayette Stribling, he's a legend. He's influenced a whole generation of people just by, his actions and what he believes in, and I think that's much bigger than just basketball.
He taught me how to win, not only win in basketball, but to win in life.
I mean, he's the trailblazer. He is the one that everybody knows, everybody respects. He's that guy.
And he was successful because he really put students first. It was about them. It was about them winning and about them being strong young men and doing what they could do in order to get to the next level in their lives.
There are some coaches that are born winners. Some coaches are born losers. He is a born winner. He won in high school with South League.
I coached girls basketball. I coached boys basketball. I coached boys baseball. I drove a bus, and I did all of that and taught classes. Them girls told me, said, "Coach, we ain't no boy." I said, "Look, I thought basketball was basketball."
Coach Stribling had a winning attitude, and he infected everyone that came in contact with him. He loved to win, and so we worked hard.
We won 17 conference tournaments out of 19. Now that's almost unreal, but our guy want to win.
He knew the game of basketball, and he loved it, and he could teach it. Perhaps one of the best coaches in the world.
I went to Texas Southern University. I met Coach walking down the sidewalk. He said, "I guess you heard what happened." I said, "No, what happened, Coach?" "The old coach just got the job at Valley State. I guess you'll be leaving me now." Told my coach, "I think I want to go back and play for Scribble," because I knew his system. He was building up a powerhouse, and he built a powerhouse.
You had to be in shape to play for him. Bottom line, he pushed us to the limit with that.
Scribble was the type of coach it's going to be his way or it was the highway.
He was adamant about us getting our education. If you didn't maintain a specific GPA, you really didn't play.
You're going to have to run. He had those curfews, and his most key thing was you going to go to church.
Believe it or not, every Sunday we went to church. That was mandatory, just like practice.
We were not just building championship, we're building young men to be outstanding husbands, outstanding fathers, outstanding community people. And that's one of the main things that he did for some of my guys.
The greatest lesson I ever learned from Coach Stribling was a saying that he always had: when you worry about what you don't have, you'll forget how to use what you do have. And this has been the backbone of my entire career.
The morals and the values that, he instilled in me as a player, those same morals, those same values, they stick with me to this day.
What was attractive about Strib was his clothes. You know, people wanted to see what he was going to wear.
Dick Vitale said I was the best dressed coach in the nation, and I wanted to live up to that.
He's going to be dressed to a T, and people will just wait and see what he have on.
When I go anywhere, I'm gonna be the best dressed person there, and they expect that, and I give it to them, man.
You know, going out to Texas, he would already have suits on order, you know, to pick up when we go out to Texas. So, you know, he's always been a man of fashion.
I might be imitated, but not duplicated, baby. Ain't nobody gonna back no food and play that no suit, but me.
Us at the TV station, we just film Strib from head to toe, the entire game.
I mean, I don't go out half-stepping.
He never wore the same outfit twice. Who has this many suits and shoes?
One guy said I changed suits twice during the ball game. I can't remember that, but he's right. He might be right.
My first knowledge of Coach Strib was when Valley played Duke in 1986 in the NCAA tournament. Valley number 16 seed, Duke the number 1 seed.
Now Duke wasn't gonna go into his zone defense, and that's the only way they could handle us.
Duke like the play was for half court. We played the full court.
We went up 7, and boy, it's fit to be over. But we ended up losing 78-85. Dick Vitale said the parking lot would be emptied in 3 minutes. That means that Duke would be so far ahead, everybody gone, and they come back and see them in Virginia play. I said, okay. Dick came down to my place, spoke at the banquet, didn't charge me a cent. Ain't never seen nothing like this.
Players know they played their hearts out, but at the end of the game, coming off the floor, the whole stand was standing up clapping.
It was kids actually asking us for what we had on, you know. We never had that before.
He's just a successful guy. He's a successful coach. Wherever he goes, he wins. He came to Tougaloo, and like I said, he put Tougaloo on the map.
Tougaloo had never won a championship. They came up and offered me the job. Well, I said, well, I'm gonna go give her a try.
When Coach got the job at Tougaloo, walked in the gym, and there was no banners. There's no indication that they ever won anything. Coach looked around, he said, well, we're gonna change this. We're gonna change this.
When I heard Coach Strib was going to Tougaloo, I thought it was a joke. I said, this dude is starting over again. To see him winning on that stage too, and leading Tougaloo to places they never been, amazing.
He took 7 players and won the conference and went all the way to the NCAA tournament with 7 players.
That was a very unique year. Now, we didn't put anybody off the team. People left the team themselves and little academic problems here and there. When I made the report to Coach, I said, Coach, we only have 7 left. He looked at me and he said, you don't need but 5. But we had the ideal situation because we had skilled people in the right places.
We will go in the gym and we'll be laughed at because we had 7 players. Maybe 5 minutes close to halftime, we're up by 20, and we got the crowd turning against their own team. So Coach Stribling made us feel like we had a full team.
It was a magical season. He brought that to the gym. Everybody loved being here. They loved the energy. They loved seeing him in his, Easter Sunday suits, sharp as a whistle, It was magical. It was real magical to be here and see it.
I mean, the things that he done, not only for young men, but for the school as well, it's legendary, and it's a legacy. It's a legacy that's going to be continued on and passed on from generations to generations.
Coach Strib, he's a great teacher. He instilled in me, to be a man and to take care of my family and, to go about things the right way. You live life honest, and, everything honest will come back to you. And, he instilled that in me, and it's still in me to this day. And I love him for it.
For 55 years, he did something that changed lives. And that's what higher ed is all about. His impact has been wonderful for Tougaloo College.
Coach means the world to me. Playing for him, learning under him. He's that guy that I can say today made a huge impact in my life. And I will forever be grateful and thankful for just him being Lafayette Stribling.
You know, they say, you know, you may not be able to change the world, but you can influence a generation just from your actions and how you live. And, you know, I think Coach Lafayette Stribling has done that.
Wow, what an amazing documentary on Coach Lafayette Stribling, and he deserves it. He has done so much with athletics, not only at Tougaloo, but at Mississippi Valley, at South Leak. And Dr. Walters, he not only has a legacy of basketball, but he wanted to make sure that his players and his student athletes get a great education.
Absolutely. So coming to Tougaloo and making sure those students were engaged in the classroom was fabulous. Tougaloo has a stellar academic history. Rigor is important, so our athletes are held to a high standard. Their GPAs, they have to hold on to that, and he was instrumental in making sure they focused on academics. Here at Tougaloo, a lot of folks don't realize that 44% of the lawyers and educators in Mississippi graduated from Tougaloo. 34% of the medical doctors graduated from Tougaloo that are here in Mississippi. So we have a stellar legacy. The programs that we have are second to none. And during this really troubling time, Tougaloo is taking lead again. As you know, the history shows that Tougaloo was the leader in Mississippi in the civil rights movement. And right now, with our challenges we're facing with social justice, Tougaloo is yet taking the lead academically and socially. And so we have this great institute that we have launched. It is a social justice institute named for one of our famous alums, Justice Reuben V. Anderson. So in that institute, we have our pre-law program, and we have our public policy program and our leadership development program. Our public policy program is a brand new program, and we are raising dollars for that program with Attorney General Eric Holder.
Wow.
We have an endowment with him here, and we're asking people to give into that endowment. He has a vested interest in this subject, and Tougaloo having public policy and social responsibility as a red thread throughout our history. We feel very good about starting this program. And then our leadership development program, we are focused on making leaders here, as you know. And so our leadership development program is going to help students understand what it means to be a board member. Why do you sit at the table to make these ingredients up for the future of a company? And so that piece has never been a part of our curriculum, and so we wanted to make sure that we really brought that in. It was kind of on the peripheral, so now we're bringing it into the forefront where our students will make sure that their voices are heard and that they understand the way policy is developed. The other pieces that we have is a huge history program. Now, you know what else we're doing? We're really growing our psychology and sociology programs. That's going to be used for the future because when students are out in the community and they're working in these corporations, they need to be able to make sure everyone feels and understands and values social responsibility and social justice. So those psychology and sociology programs here are really, really important, and we're revving all of that up. And so we're excited about what we're doing here.
Yes, ma'am. And you talk about the tuition. Now, tuition does not cover all the expenses of a university. Funding comes from sources beyond students' tuition, room, and board. That's why we need you to help us in this fundraiser. You can text Stribling at 41444. And you're just ending your 150th celebration?
Yes, we are ending this June 30th. We will end our celebration for our 150 years. I'm telling you, that is amazing. And we have all of our buildings are still online for all those years. Our oldest building is our mansion. It's 160 years old. And we are renovating and restoring the interior. Dr. Hogan restored the outside or the exterior, and we're restoring the interior, and we will have workshops and trainings and all that in our oldest building here on campus.
Yes, ma'am. And speaking of a beautiful facility and a beautiful building here at Tougaloo, is this building, the Benny G. Thompson Academic Civil Rights and Research Center here on the campus. You come in and you see old pictures of the baseball team. You see pictures of students, and I think I saw Jesse Primer on the wall.
Yes, and you see pictures of Dr. King and President Kennedy, and just so many. The Tougaloo 9, the photos are here, and Congressman Thompson is larger than life for us here at Tougaloo. He's a great supporter of the college, and this building being named after him forever etches him and ties him to Tougaloo College.
Yes, ma'am. And again, this is a great fundraiser. We're doing it in honor of Coach Lafayette Stribling, who's had so many years in the business. He was just inducted into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. Don't know why it took so long, but you and Tougaloo College honoring Coach Stribling this way is amazing. He won in girls and boys basketball. He led an undefeated team in girls and boys basketball at South League, and went to Mississippi Valley. And one thing, a lot of people, when they think about Coach Strib, they think about all the suits. They think about his wardrobe. And
colors.
He let me in the closet, Dr. Walters.
Yes, you know what?
I tried to sneak something out of there.
I went to his home and I spent a lot of time with him there, and I got to take a tour of the closet, and I started snapping pictures, just beautiful handmade suits.
I covered him so many years when I was at local station here in Jackson, and he was mad at me once. He got mad at me once, and that was Mississippi Valley played Jackson State in Itta Bena.
Yes.
And me being the reporter from Jackson, after Valley won that game, there were so many people surrounding Coach Stribling, so I said, I'll just go talk to the Jackson State coach first. So when I got to Stribling, he said, don't come my way. You don't come to my gym and interview the man. I said, Coach, you. So
yes. I love that about him. He is so competitive.
Yes, ma'am.
And I feel that I'm competitive as well. And so when I was reading about his statistics, and I went to his house, and he has a room that's almost like a museum. And I was able to read everything about him. His personality just exuded everything. And I said, look, I want everybody to know what you have accomplished. Would you allow me to honor you? I asked him, and he said, yeah, sure. What do you want to do? I said, well, we want to talk about you and talk about what you've done and how you've made an impact and how you've made a lasting impact on all of these young people. And they've gone on to be lawyers and doctors and pastors and all of these great things. And so he said, sure, I'm willing to do that. And so he's a June birthday, and I'm a June birthday. So we hit it off. So I called him on his birthday, and we talked about what he was doing. And so he's doing well. We're very happy for him, and we think this is a great way to honor his legacy.
Yes, ma'am. And he also, when he retired from Tougaloo, he kept going to games. I would see him at the Jackson State games. He'd go to some of the JUCO games, and other coaches would come to him and ask for his advice. He also has a coaching tree, from himself, where some of his former players gone on to be head coaches like Luther Riley. You had Stanford Speech, and all of these guys, and they have been very, very successful in their, coaching career as well.
And even when I arrived here, he started coming to games here. So the Stribling name is going to be forever synonymous with Tougaloo. We are happy to know that. We are proud of his legacy at Mississippi Valley and at all the other places he's worked. And we wanted to make sure everyone knew that it all happened here as well at Tougaloo College.
And we want you to continue to help out in this fundraiser. Again, you can text Stribling, the word Stribling, to 41444 to give to this worthy cause. Also, you can go online to tougaloo.edu to give as well. This has been a remarkable, remarkable event that you've done, Dr. Walters, and I know he appreciates this.
Well, everyone is telling me how excited he is. I'm calling him on the phone. We're talking about it. He's looking forward to it. Having this all day online gives everyone a chance to participate. Our athletes being honored. Their parents are very proud of what they're we're doing here at Tougaloo. So we want everybody to know that Tougaloo has 2 A's, athletics and academics. And so we're doing very well marrying the two. Our faculty support our athletics. And we want to thank all of the alums, all of the constituents in the building today who is watching us, and then all of you who are watching at home. We want you to stop what you're doing and engage with us. We want you to go online and give, and we want you to write those checks and mail them in if you'd like to. But all of those dollars are going to go to a worthy cause. Our students are graduating. We have an excellent graduation rate for our athletes. Many of them are doing exceptionally well in their fields, and they're all majoring in all different fields. And so we're excited for that. So your dollars are going to go toward a great cause and for a great man.
And for students who want to attend Tougaloo, what do they need to do if they're watching this?
If they want to attend Tougaloo, just go to our website, www.tougaloo.edu, and you can look at the branch across. It'll tell you for current students and for first-time students, and it'll tell you what to do. We're so excited about what we're doing here at Tougaloo. We've had great enrollment events. We've gone to the coast and had Tougaloo Day on the coast, and we've gone to so many high schools, and we do very small events called Tougaloo-ish. And so they're a lot of fun. And so we are so excited about what we're doing at Tougaloo. We are historically Black college, which means that historically we have always had a predominantly African Americans on campus, but we're not exclusively Black. We do have other nationalities on campus. We have students from all other countries. We have Hispanic students here, we have Caucasian, we have Asian students. And so we want you to know that if you come to Tougaloo, you're going to see yourself, you're going to find yourself, and then you're going to be able to grow and be yourself. And so we're very excited about what we do here.
And you have, again, great facilities here at Tougaloo, beautiful buildings. The basketball arena or the athletic arena is really, really, really nice. You have weight room in there, I think. You also have exercising, or is there exercise class in there?
Yes, we hold exercise classes. We're doing all of that online, virtually now, and in the facility. We also have a food pantry here for our students. We have a clothing closet. We have an emergency fund, because we serve a lot of students who have needs. And so our community has partnered with us that we have all of those things available to them. We have a clinic here. So when students come on campus, they really don't have to leave. They have everything they need.
Yes, ma'am.
And our facility, we're really trying to improve that facility and have more nutrition courses in there, because health is a big piece of what we're doing here with the health disparities in Mississippi. Tougaloo wants to be right in the midst of that. So with our public health program, we are educating students about the health disparities in Mississippi, and we're also encouraging them to walk and exercise and eat healthy and eat right. And so Tougaloo wants to be a leader in those areas.
All right, and you told me during the COVID-19 pandemic, Tougaloo did not close.
We did not. We had a lot of teleworking going on. We had a lot of people doing social distancing. We were closing. We had our courses online, and some of our employees were at home, but we had our essential employees here. My office became Grand Central Station, and so my house, we did a lot of meetings out of there using Zoom, and Tougaloo ran continuously. We did not close during the pandemic.
Wow, amazing. Well, Dr. Walters, congratulations on being named president here at Tougaloo College. Anything else you'd like to add?
I would like to say to all of you who are watching a great big thank you. Thank you for your gifts to Tougaloo. Thank you for investing in our institution. I want you to know the dollars that you give are helping our students exponentially. And so please continue to give. Reach out to us. Call on us if Tougaloo can partner with you. We want to be a partner. We want to help you do what you do well, as you help us do what we do well. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am. And thank you for having me here and being a part of this program.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. I really, really enjoyed it. Again, text Stribling to 41444 to give and help out in this fundraiser.
When I came on my visit, there was so much history, and just the staff and everybody, they were so welcoming. Like, it was my only choice. I had to come to Tougaloo.
My scholarship means everything. My scholarship provides for my education.
That scholarship gave me peace of mind, and I could just be a kid at Tougaloo playing basketball and doing my work.
Thank you for your support.
Thank you for this chance.
Thank you for supporting students like me.
Thank you for your support. It helped me get a Tougaloo education.
At the forefront of education stands a renowned, historic college, providing passports to a brighter future. Tougaloo College has your passport to innovation, leadership, and service. A passport that is creating award-winning doctors, lawyers, and educators. Tougaloo College is cultivating and motivating young, brilliant minds that are working for the betterment of all humanity. Tougaloo College, where history meets the future. Your passport to success.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kroger Gymnasium at Tougaloo College, where it all began for Coach Stribling. We're so excited to have you here tonight, and we want to share all the things we're going to do in this space with your help. I'm going to turn it over to our athletic director, Mr. Keith Barnes, to tell you all about it. This is an exciting time at Tougaloo, and you can be a part of it. Thank you so much.
Madam President and I were talking, and we came up with this idea that we needed to do something to honor Coach Lafayette Stribling. So we're going to be dedicating the floor to honor him for his successes and for his time here at Tougaloo. But we're also going to enhance our technology. We're going to put up a LED video scoreboard that works in conjunction with or synced to our scores table. We're trying to make this the best possible place that we can for our current athletes, for our future athletes, for our alums. We want them to be proud, as I am, to come back to Tougaloo. We want them to be able to come through those gates and say, hey, I'm home.
Thank you, Coach Barnes, for that wonderful presentation. We are very excited about the vision that we have here for this facility, and we are more excited about the scholarship dollars we're raising today in honor of our very own Coach Stribling. Please continue to give. Please continue to notice the number on the bottom of the screen and the website. We're excited about this evening, so don't go away. We will come right back with more honoring our very own Coach Lafayette Stribling, life on the full court.
Dick Vitale said I was the best dressed coach in the nation. And I wanted to live up to that. And then when I go out somewhere now, I don't go out in no overall coverall. I don't have any overall coverall. I go out, they expect it, and I give it to them. They expect me to be dressed number one. Now I have to get this stuff. See, all this is more than stuff. It just came out. And then when I'm going casually, I might wear some greens and see green shoes. I got a green hat right there. And this is just when I go out casual. But when I'm going out dressed up, baby, I put it all together. When I go anywhere, I'm gonna be the best dressed person there. And they expect that. And I give it to them, man. I got casual stuff and I got some stuff that's not casual. And then I have hats to match them. See, I have hats, summer hats, winter hats and everything else. Yellow polka dot somewhere. Here it is. Here it is. See ya? See, if I want to polka dot this thing, I get it like that. And then I got some polka dot shoes to match that. I mean, I don't go out half-stepping. I got 2 coats in there. I got a mink coat in there for $19,000. I might be imitated, but not duplicated, baby. Ain't nobody going back no food and play that much for no suit but me. One guy said I changed suits twice during the ball game. I can't remember that, but he's right. He might be right.
Tougaloo College is a special historical place located just north of the city of Jackson. For 150 years, Tougaloo College has impacted its city, state, and nation. The transformation of Tougaloo College from a normal school in 1869 to the private, historically black liberal arts college of today, producing well-known global leaders, is a testament of working partnerships with good intent.
Today, Tougaloo College places a special emphasis on partnerships. Tougaloo celebrates partners who care about building up of our community by investing in our students who go into the world to affect positive change with the knowledge and skills they learn at Tougaloo College. Tougaloo College celebrates academic excellence with public and private partnerships.
Well, just like Tougaloo has a rich history of cultivating some of the world's finest scholars, Jackson Public School District saw this as an opportunity to partner with some of the finest educators in the world. We have over 81 students right now who are attending class right here on the campus of Tougaloo College. They are taking their high school graduation required classes in addition to college coursework.
This opportunity for me is very important to my career. Know that I can walk away with 2 years of college under my belt is relieving me of the burden from financial aid for my future college years. Because I know my mother cannot afford 4 years of college, and I know that I will have to work relentlessly to pay for those 4 years of college. So being able to do this right now as a freshman, I'm so grateful for it.
I'm currently a Jackson Heart Study Scholar here at Tougaloo College. My first introduction to Tougaloo College was in the summer of 2015. My cousin introduced to me the SLAM program. She had been in it, and so it was an opportunity for me to enrich my education through the summer in the fields of science, language arts, and mathematics.
Tougaloo College serves as the undergraduate education and training program to prepare students for careers in public health and epidemiology related to cardiovascular diseases. Being a member of the Jackson Heart Study allows our students to impact others far and wide with our research.
I think the Brown Tougaloo partnership has been a phenomenal connection for us, and I think it is mutual as well. And this long-lasting relationship has definitely helped a lot of our students.
I went to Ghana summer 2018, and I stayed there for 8 weeks. I was in Accra, Ghana, and I did research on childhood development.
The things that I saw there really impacted me and make me want to practice medicine in rural areas. So I look forward to one day becoming a physician and giving back to the rural communities because they need it the most.
For years, I've served as a research mentor for the UNCF Mellon Mays program, which is a subsidiary of the Mellon Foundation that supports a consortium of historically black colleges and universities, specifically for our students to obtain their doctorates and enter the professorate themselves.
My dean, my advisor, they come up to me and they're like, hey, I have this opportunity for you. Is that the school? Would you like to take it? And I'm like, yes. And that it helps me build and it helps my skills build. And so, thank you.
Since day one, Tougaloo College and business administrators focused on establishing and nurturing a long-term strategic and impactful relationship. All because we realized that the entire community, along with the college and business, create a valuable exchange of services. Our qualified students bring fresh ideas when applying classroom knowledge within the workplace, all while gaining industry experience. This is the type of pipeline that is needed for trained workers to have a wonderful benefit to businesses and organizations that partner with Tougaloo College.
The relationship between business and education is so valuable. Tougaloo College stands firm on academic excellence while training students to think, practice, and perform on a global scale.
We have also seen how the curriculum that's developed by Tougaloo also helps to enhance what these students bring with them. Not only that, we have seen that they have helped our employees to understand things that are in the college curriculum. We know that working with Tougaloo College has helped us to get some of the best employees.
With the assistance of our partners, Tougaloo is able to produce well-rounded, career-ready graduates who are often leaders within their fields. historically producing over 40% of the African American healthcare professionals and 35% of African American attorneys and educators in Mississippi, Tougaloo College alumni keep the college name strong and valuable. Tougaloo is and has always been a wise investment.
Our product is great, and the business community has accepted our students, and they have realized that Tougaloo is such a great asset to Mississippi, not only in turning out a great product, but we also spend a lot of money in Mississippi, we raise a lot of money, and we have a lot of contacts around this country.
Business Luncheon co-founder Justice Reuben Anderson has been a very influential partner with Tougaloo College, constantly giving back to his alma mater. Justice Anderson, the first African-American Supreme Court justice in the state of Mississippi, established the Reuben V. Anderson Pre-Law Society.
The Pre-Law Society not only gives us first-hand experiences in courtrooms with attorneys and judges, but it also provides us with the opportunity to understand how law school is going to work. Being an attorney is not just about knowing the law, but about being a public servant.
I think the program is going to help us to be good law students and help us also to be just good people in general with good ethics.
The Tougaloo College Art Collections received the 2020 Governor's Arts Award, recognizing excellence in arts preservation. Today, our New York art partners and friends at the Henry Luce Foundation and the Andrew W. Mellon Foundation support student mentorship and art collections preservation.
Our business partners provide a gift that advances our curriculum and research. Through our partnerships, we know our students are learning from industry leaders, both inside and outside of the classroom.
We invite you to continue investing in Tougaloo College. We believe that Tougaloo is a worthy investment. Again, to our donors and partners, thank you for all you do. Tougaloo College, transforming lives, transforming the world.
All right, we have had a wonderful time here with this fundraiser. We've seen plans for the athletic building, for the arena. We've heard from players, former players, current players. We've also enjoyed a documentary on Coach Stribling. It's just been a wonderful, wonderful event.
It absolutely has. And let me just take the time to say thank you again to everyone who has given. Please go online. You can give on our website. You can text to give. And you know, when you go online, you will see a list of areas that you can give. Maybe athletics is not what you're used to giving to. So we have other areas. We have many endowments, and we even have something very interesting here that no other school has. We actually have a wish list. So let's say you just want to buy something for Tougaloo. You may want to buy cameras for our communications division. You may want to buy paint or boards or something for our residence halls. You can do that. You can peruse our wish list and buy something, and we'll put your name on it and put it right here at Tougaloo College. So thank you again for your gifts. We treasure what you do for Tougaloo, and we treasure who you are. So keep in touch with us and make sure you know that Tougaloo is a place where your students can do well. Thank you so, so much.
And like Dr. Walters said, you can also text Stribling at 41444 to keep giving, and we certainly thank you for all the gifts that you give. And you can also watch this event on the Tougaloo YouTube channel. You can watch it on the Tougaloo YouTube channel and see everything that we've shown you this evening. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you so much.